Birds.
Whoa.
Got one going back.
Oh. What do you think that was? I think it was a bird's.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Cactus 1549.
Money diving for the river. Traffic to runway 4.
I don't think we can make any runway. What about over to our right? Anything in New Jersey, maybe Teterboro?
Obstacle.
This is the captain. Brace for impact.
Too low. Terrain. Pull up.
We're gonna brace.
Pull up.
30.
Pull up. Pull up.
20.
Pull up.
Assalamualaikum to Madam Noliana and my fellow friends. My name is Noor Faraheen Binti Abdul Aris from KBA118 and my metric number is 2020194769. Today, I want to deliver my speech titled Sully the Miracle on the Hudson. On 15 January 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 began boarding at New York LaGuardia Airport at 3:15 with full of 150 passengers and 5 crew. Suddenly, the plane was collided with a flock of Canada birds until some of the birds sucked into the plane engines and making the plane unstable on the air. Then, the pilot decided to land on the Hudson River because he had no choice and time because the plane will crash into the building. After the accident, this case was investigated and some of people blamed and wants to sue Captain Chesley because they can accept the choice that he made to land on the river because they think that he not thinking about his passenger life. The reason why I choose this movie it is because I had watched it on a Netflix and it is based on the true story. Because this movie is based on the true story, I had made some research from the internet to get more information about the airplane that landed on the Hudson River. And I am sure that some of audience would like to watch this movie because it is a true story that happened in a long time ago. Well, let me explain a little bit about this movie. Sully the Miracle on the Hudson is based on the miraculous real-life event that has become to be a film directed by Clint Eastwood. 11 days ago, on 15 January 2009, based on the true story, Captain Chesley has landed his U.S. Airways Flight 1549 on the Hudson River in New York City after their both engines on the plane were collided with birds. He made his own decision after he saw the Hudson River and he decided to land on it. The main actor of this film is Tom Hanks as Captain Sully and his co-pilot Aaron Eckhart as Jeffrey Skiles. This film was released on 2nd September 2016 in the United States by Warner Bros. And now available on Netflix. Next, they may ask what he do to save his passenger and the crew. The captain was make an emergency announcement to the passenger and the crew to brace and impact repeatedly until they safely landed on the middle of the river. Once the plane safely landed, the crew assisted the passenger out of the plane onto the both plane wings. Some passengers who were in fear and panic made their own decision to jump and swim into the river to save themselves because they're afraid if the plane will explode. After a couple of minutes, the rescue reached at the plane to rescue the passenger, the crew, and the pilot. Because of that too, some of them have 5 serious injured and they and other than that were treated of hypothermia. After the month of the incident, Captain Chesley was investigated by the reporter and many people blamed him because he was not following the order that given by the air traffic control. He said at the conference that he wasn't sure that he made the right choice or not in the month after he made a decision to land on the Hudson River. He also said that people always blame him for what he's doing, but most of them do not understand the part of the story. A year after the freak incident, Captain Chesley takes a decision in his life to retire from his job as a pilot after 30 years of flying commercial planes. He and his co-pilot make their first-hand story together and tell the story about the incident of the Hudson River. The title of the story is Highest Duty. My search for really matters. In 2016, Clint Eastwood decided to take his story journey as the title of the movie and star Tom Hanks as the Captain Sully. In summary, Chesley was a good person that we can see when we know the truth of the story of Sully the Miracle on the Hudson. As a pilot, he knew that he had a huge responsibility to make sure his passenger and the crew in the safe place. He also has a high level of courage to make an extraordinary decision to land on the Hudson River. In this speech, the lesson that we can get from the movie is we should be brave to take a risk if anything happened to us and others. In other situations, if we need to make a quick decision, we have to plan and think about it before first because it will involve people's life.